But you know what? We're moving on to the Lakers-Rockets, okay?
The Nets had 60 points in that last quarter.
LeBron getting it going. There's KD. Those two.
That Hoover High School wrote, then Hoover High School putting the whipping on
Jaylen Brown, 32 points on the night as Boston takes it 120-99. This is the third straight win for the Celtics. Porzingis making his first return to action in TD Garden since being a Celtic. Through 6 games since returning from his Achilles injury, Jason Tatum is averaging almost 21 points per game with 8 rebounds. Jaylen Brown, meantime, continues his career year, averaging a career-high 28 points per game. The Warriors now fall to the 10th seed in the Western Conference. They are just 2-8 in their last 10 games. All right, picking it up with Hawks Mavericks. More green, but not in Boston.
Nope.
Okay. Go to the first quarter, about halfway through. Oh, kick it out to Jalen Johnson.
That's not your help, man.
No. I love that they all count 1, 2, 3. You got it. Cooper.
Body.
Yeah. He is not afraid of contact at all, nor should he be. Here we go, third quarter.
That's our guy right there.
CJ. You know it'd be great with that shot? A nice glass of wine.
You heard that, CJ?
I'm just saying. Oh, okay. Little rebound. Throw it. Kuminga intended that to be a pass, but in fact, it was a bucket.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It doesn't look like it. It looked like he threw that straight in there.
Yeah, you don't see that too often.
He looks a little shooketh after that. That's the only reason I'm saying that. He's like, nah, I totally meant to do that, guys.
Right there, up till there, it looks like, oh, that's good. It looks like backing up and everything.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Yeah, you guys should be hyped for Kuminga. All right. Here we go. The last Hawks 11-plus game win streak was in 2004-2015. Who was their leading scorer in that series, guys?
I'm going to say B, Paul Millsap. That's my guess.
I'm going to go with Jeff Teague.
I know it wasn't my cousin, Al Horford. It was Millsap. Good job. Good job.
I remember that team.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Little trivia moment. That was cute. Final score there, Hawks take it 135-120. During the Hawks' 11-game winning streak, 10 of those wins have been by double digits. In the month of March, Jalen Johnson is averaging 22-9-9 on 50% shooting from the field. They now advance to 20-10 since acquiring C.J. McCollum. For his part,
you recognize something?
Well,
CJ led the way.
PJ stands for something, but CJ apparently doesn't stand for it.
Does not. Sometimes it's like I don't have. There's no. It's just MJ. It's not MJ. Period. J.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. So CJ leads the way in the plus-minus department this game for sure, leading the way for the Hawks with 24. So 11 straight for the Atlanta Hawks, which is the longest active win streak in the league right now. Chris, what's been clicking for the Hawks?
If having fun, their additions, Kuminga, CJ McCollum have definitely helped. And I think they have a team that is very versatile on the offensive end in particular. They got a lot of guys who can initiate the offense, bring the ball up, and that alleviates pressure. And then on the defensive end, Dyson Daniels, man, he's a stud, one of the best perimeter defenders we have. We know what he can do. He's done it at a high level, even in Minnesota. And so it's just a new DNA and a new bloodline there in the Atlanta Hawks. And I just really like the way they're playing, and it's the perfect time to be playing this way.
That's very true.
No one was expecting that for sure, but they probably did a little bit. They did shuffle the roster with the departure of Trae Young and additions of Jonathan Kuminga and C.J. McCollum. How bright is the future in Atlanta, Robin?
It's incredibly bright. It's promising, too. You know, obviously you got the young guys. They're balling out. I like that the front office went and they shored up their roster. So you think Atlanta's going to try to make a little noise in the playoffs this year? I'm excited to see what they can do in the offseason, depending on what happens in the playoffs, depending on how the season finishes, to keep fortifying this roster.
Yeah. They're feeling good. They're playing good. But how long can they keep it going as we get down to the real nitty-gritty of April,
You don't seem sold in the Atlanta Hawks.
At this point, I don't believe anybody. Everybody's switching it up on me. I have trust issues. There's a lot happening here in the league, but it does make it exciting. Toxic relationship. Yeah. We'll be right back with... Kicking off the post up with an insane lob from Jonathan Kuminga, which miraculously becomes a bucket. I mean, just like he wrote it up, right, guys?
Man.
I'm most surprised by
This
the
is nuts.
response from the Dallas Mavericks. Like, why is it so muted?
It's too calm.
You didn't know what happened. Like, was it a goaltend? Was it?
No matter what the ref called, he just shot that from the out of bounds on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, he was courtside.
That was
courtside
amazing.
seats at that point. Wow.
Who are you throwing that lob?
All right, welcome into the Association Post Up. I'm MJ Costa-Ruiz, joined in our LA studio by 17-year NBA veteran Robin Lopez and our NBA insider Christopher Haynes.
Peace be with you all.
Thanks for hanging with us, truly.
Is that a Vulcan greeting?
I don't know, but I'll take it. We've got everything you need to see from the night in the association, every game, every highlight, 9 games in total. So let's do it. Let's jump right in to the highlights, and we start with Thunder and Nets. And what a battle in terms this was. A little crossover night for the Nets, who were supporting their, you'll see, their sister team, the Liberty. So we pick it up in the first. There's Shea. You know, just doing what Shea does. What, like it's hard? Just in the paint. Test it.
Look at that control.
Yeah, that's who he is. Back for more? Sure. Yeah.
I didn't think Brooklyn was going to stop his streak.
I didn't think so either. Second quarter now. Ooh, get in there. No, this is, I mean, at this point. All right, we move on to the third. OKC with a hefty lead. Okay. All right, feel better. I think they get it. OKC wins 120. PG Jackson gearing up to take on the Denver Nuggets at home, if you will. We're going to kick it off right in the first quarter with Ty Jerome. Bring it up.
Goodness.
Wow, from the logo?
That's from the Grizzlies.
From the Grizzlies. Midway through the first. Woo! Christian Brown. He finished with 26.7 boards. Move on to the second quarter. Joker.
Ooh.
That was like a,
The jackknife three?
yeah. Call that a
Still
pike and
somebody,
cheerleading.
I'm sure it wasn't the official.
Third quarter now. Hendricks. Open lane to the basket. Wow. Third quarter belonged to the Grizzlies at this point. Final period here.
Joker won the call there as well.
Yeah, he did. He finished with 29, 14, and 9 on the night.
You were saying perhaps it was not a foul. I agree with you, good sir.
I'm sure that's what it was.
Olivier Maxence Prosper. Nice 3 there. He finished with 19. As the Nuggets fall to the 6th seed in the West and are now 5-5 in their last 10 games. Joker finished the game with a season-high 10 turnovers. The Nuggets lost the turnover battle 19-10, which allowed Memphis to outscore Denver 27-10 in points off turnovers. Grizzlies snap an 8-game losing streak with this win over the
At
Nuggets.
Central High School.
Yeah, that's right.
Keeping it moving,
Yeah.
we have the Jazz versus the Timberwolves.
No
Nas
Nas,
Reed out.
no Ant.
Correct, no Ant. A lot happening. Early on, Julius Randle said, you know what? Let me step in. He had 21 points.
It means more shots for him.
Exactly.
And this guy right here.
Bones Highland.
Yeah.
He had the Jets on
my dog
today.
right
Crazy sequence here in the second.
Defense usually tends to lead to offense.
There we go.
We're gonna.
Funny how that works, huh, Chris?
There's a candidate.
Does that? Okay. All right.
Okay, write it
I
down.
hope so.
He's doing his job.
Third quarter now.
Feed the big man.
Ooh. Hello, Gobert.
Hell of a move.
He finished with 21, 12, and 2 blocks. Timberwolves roll on to win, and Utah is officially eliminated from playoff contention. The T-Wolves have now won 2 games in a row since Anthony Edwards was ruled out with knee tendonitis. They move ahead to 4th in the West with this win. 23 points for Io, wear a season high in a Minnesota uniform. The Jazz have now lost 4 straight. Only the Kings have a worse record in the West. Keep it rolling. Clippers, Pelicans. Kawhi Leonard returns after a 1-game absence against the Pels. Seems just fine, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
12 points in the first quarter alone.
All is well with Kawhi.
Correct. 5 seconds left in the half. Murph!
Circuit boards all.
Woo! Ooh, that was kind of a cool shot. Insane floater. Look at that.
Man, I don't even think Wemby would have got that shot.
Third quarter now. Kawhi.
Pivot.
Yeah, 25 points, 8 rebounds. Wasn't enough, though. Fourth quarter we go. Sadiq Bey.
Big three.
Huge contested one at that. All right, we got less than 5 minutes here. Oh, a little flashy play from DeJounte. Over to Murph.
What did you dunk on there?
Yeah, I missed that. Let me see how this went in.
There you go.
Got a good look.
Oh,
up there.
yeah.
The Pels win 124 to 109
You
in the
finish that one
final.
over. Okay.
The Pelicans are now 6-4 in their last 10. DeJounte Murray's 11 assists were a season high. Pels now 8-4 since Murray returned to action from that Achilles tear. The Pelicans shot 95% from the free throw line, and tonight we beat the Clippers in fast break points 22-9. This was Kawhi Leonard's 8th straight game with at least 25 points.
Chasing Shea.
Jason.
Chasing history.
Scotty Barnes of the Raptors taking on the Bulls. Midway through the first is where we pick it up. B.I. Nice midi. 6 of 6 in the first half. Finished with 18 points. A few moments later, Scotty.
Tough shot.
He had 18 on the night as well. Second quarter now. Okay, Euro step is what we're calling it. Okay.
Hey, Euro step, and he got to hit the weight room. That was a nice bump.
Third quarter.
Where are
Barrett's
all the
back.
Bulls highlights?
Well, you'll see in a second. What happened was
Kind of see why.
Barrett with a game high
Oh my
23
God,
points.
Southpaw and Benny, look, they have a bat. They're in the crowd. What is
I
Benny
don't
doing?
like the weaponry in
What is
there.
Benny the Bull doing with a baseball bat in the crowd?
There's a lot of questions in this one, including
Can't be
how
up to no
that
good.
Pacers got Denny Advia, Donovan Clingham, and the Blazers
Flattering moment they caught him in, but okay.
halfway through the first.
Pivot.
Pivot.
Say it again. Bucket. I love it.
Clingham dominating early. Blazers finished with 22 offensive rebounds. 4 seconds or so left in the first.
Oh.
Denny.
You know Coach Carlisle is going to be hot
Yes,
in
he is.
that timeout,
Second quarter.
barking at them.
Denny again. He had 32 points. To your point, Chris.
That's what he does. He's an all-star.
We're off to the third.
Expected by now.
Now it's Denny to Clingham.
Why are the Blazers wearing these uniforms? They have such classic uniforms, and they're wearing these
I don't know,
ones.
they gotta mix it up, you know?
You're not a fan.
Wardrobe
Not
change.
a fan.
Fourth quarter. Peter. Number 3. Pacers were down 19 after the third. They cut that deficit to as little as 3. Here we go.
One of them on the floor.
Drew, I love when they get to sign. Dagger there by Drew Holiday. All right, the Blazers have now won 2 in a row and are 5-5 in their last 10 games since returning from injury. Denny Advia is averaging 22 points per game. The Pacers have now lost 15 games straight for the second time this season. Currently hold the worst record in the league.
I know Zubac, I know Slauson, I know Neesmith.
Right, the Women's National Basketball Association and its Players Association have reached an agreement in principle on a historic new collective bargaining agreement. After extensive negotiations, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert released a statement saying they have, quote, aligned on key elements of a new CBA together, though a formal term sheet is still to be finalized. For more on a historic deal for the WNBA, we welcome in ESPN and MSG basketball analyst, the GOAT herself, Monica McNutt. Monica, thanks for joining us here on the association.
Hey, girl, MJ, it's good to be with you. I'm loving the pink.
What a day, sis. Okay, so WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert called the discussions, quote, a transformative step forward for players and the league, while WNPA President Nneka Ogwumike said, quote, they redefine what it means to be a professional in this league. Huge. So much work has gone into all of this. Blood, sweat, and tears, quite literally. Both sides come away from these talks excited about the future. How important was it to get this deal done now?
Man, MJ, there's a couple of reasons why this one was so important. And I won't say it's unprecedented because each CBA gets you closer to the best one, which is usually yet to come, right? But I think the momentum around women's sports right now makes this particularly unique, as in there is a fervor for the upcoming season. And so if this had not gotten done in a timely manner, you risk potentially losing part of the season, which I think is detrimental to everybody's pockets. And let's call a spade a spade. At this point in the negotiation, it is about the money. The other thing that's really important to me is that I have talked with women that represent leadership organizations from other women's professional sports leagues, and they have all said that the WNBA, as sort of the trailblazer of what women's sports can be, it sets the table for what is to come in other leagues. And so I'm thrilled to see some of the big changes that have been made in this CBA. I know the revenue share is still a bit of a sticking point, and there are more details to be dug in and shared. And of course, this thing has to be officially ratified. But I'm really encouraged. I think what Nneka said in her statement in terms of understanding the moment and rising to the occasion as the women that represent the formerly 144, add 2 more teams of 12, 24, whatever that math is, like that represent the body of the WNBA. It's a really, really powerful moment and statement at this time in women's sports.
And a little peek behind the scenes from a historic day for the WNBA and women's sports. We'll be looking forward to all the amazing moments to come in light of the W's new CBA deal. All right, more Post Up after the break. Look at that.